Thor News presents Comet C2012 S1 Ison and WTF NASA. Seriously, bro. Part 6, Hype Fight Club. Science versus the Holy Bible. Let's have some fun. It's been an all-out hype war. Gang hype fights, man. Gang hype fights everywhere. All about Comet Ison. Comet of the Century. Super hype fight over Comet Ison. Is it gonna knock us out like Mike Tyson? What is it? When is it? Where is it? There has been an all-out hype war about Comet Ison. It's a hype fight club. Everybody's all in. Originally, I guess, you can track it back to starting with the Holy Bible in the New Testament. There's the book of Revelation. And then it really heated back up again in January of 2013 when they started announcing it was the Comet of the Century. It's science versus the Holy Bible. That's what it really boils down to. Mystics said comets are harbingers of change. Let's get ready to rumble. Whoa, got ahead of myself. I got some Thor points to make first. Before we get started on me checking out David Dickinson's NASA-sanctioned debunk of Comet Ison conspiracy theories, I would like to make a few Thor points. Point number one, if Comet Ison is the average size and the average makeup of an average comet, then why is Comet Ison so special? Why did you guys deem it the Comet of the Century? What is it about this comet that makes it the Comet of the Century, that is going to make it blazingly bright in the day and night sky for 2 months? Number two, why won't you let us take a motion picture look at it? We've put Pioneers past the bow shock. We put a little Disney robot on Mars. We got Earth covered in space junk. We've had multiple cameras on the Simpson sisters, Honey Boo Boo, Kardashian family, and every murdering freak show around. I think the world deserves to watch Comet Ison. Comets make crazy people crazier. If this thing is going to be a blazing across the sky dragon flaming spark night and day through the holidays for 2 months, it's gonna freak them out, dude. It's better for people to get to know their dragon pet now than later. That way, as the dragon grows up, we all feel very at home with it, just like Daenerys in Game of Thrones. Her dragons are cute. Comets make crazy people crazier. Full moons make crazy people crazier. So if you got a comet brighter than the full moon, yeah, it's gonna make crazy people crazier. Duh. So show it to them now. They'll get to know it. The whole world is ready to pop. Like, everybody's going crazy. You got war everywhere, currency devaluing, nuttiness, media pumping nothing but divide and conquer straight in everybody's head. Why can't you let us watch Comet Ison? Why can't we get like 100 photographs stacked together? Why can't we watch this baby in action? But hey, we've covered that ground many times. Number three, I love NASA. Please don't get the wrong idea. I love NASA. I personally believe they give us exactly the amount of information the United States of America government, the EU, the AN, the UN, the IAU, the IUA, central banks, and Goldman Sachs allows them to give us. NASA is like a religion, and religion is not allowed to disagree with government at any time, really. So, I just want to say that I love you, NASA. I think you guys are doing a great job, and I appreciate all the work you've ever done for us. And that where people may say never a straight answer, NASA, that may or may not be true, but I know that you guys are constrained by the shackle that the government puts on you. So none of the blame goes to NASA. NASA is only doing the best with the hand they've been dealt. Alright, now let's get on to our debunking. And it's a weird one. First rule of Hype Fight Club: talk about Hype Fight Club. Are you having any fun? Let's learn some more, shall we? There has been an all-out hype war about Comet Ison. It's a hype fight club. Everybody's all in. In the undercard fights, the internet versus the internets. Pocket protectors versus tinfoil hat. Poets and prophets versus scientists and astronomers. NASA versus Nostradamus. And science versus the Holy Bible. That's what it really boils down to. Or it's nerds versus geeks and dorks and trolls. And somebody's worried that an emo kid is going to hurt himself a little too much. Or crazy people are going to do something crazy because we're asking questions. Show that some more, darling. On to this cool stuff. I use the Forrest Gump theory. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Creationism and evolution can get married, baby. I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is, internet people. We should all come together on the fact that we might have something special in this little Christmas comet. Mystery, magic, marvel, and the unknown. Nobody knows where it came from. Nobody knows where it came from. Quick update on Comet Ison since my last video a week ago. Nothing's changed. We got nothing new. Still hanging a goose egg from the Hubble since their one photograph. They haven't given us any new data. No new information, really. Absolutely no video. We've only had the debunking, our chant of, if you like it and you want to put a camera on it, isn't helping. Job 9:9, who made the Bear and Orion, the Pleiades, and the Chambers of the South. Alright, with that in mind, let's get to what we have gotten. The big long debunking by David Dickinson. Instead of video of Ison, of course, we got this long debunking. Alright, let's enjoy. Debunking Comet Ison conspiracy theories. Whoa, it's a little early in the game for this. First off, Nibiru the legend was goofy to begin with. Nibiru had years to sink in the human psyche. We've had like 7 months with Ison. And I guess that less than 5% of the population is even aware of Ison. Like, Ison is not a big deal. No, Ison is not Nibiru. Oh really? Gee thanks. I'm gonna put my tomato plant back out. I'm gonna take off my tinfoil hat, leave the bunker. I'm gonna unbury all my gold and silver and Star Wars figures. I'm gonna sell them and put all my cash into Bitcoin and go long Apple and short Google. Haha, just kidding. I never short Google in my Google. Like, Nibiru was supposed to crash into Earth. I do recognize the solar system is a very large place. Odds on any planet coming smashing right into us are pretty low. The odds are so low that you have equal chances of finding a Gary Coleman planet made out of Jello, and that Gary Coleman planet made out of Jello would just be like a planet shaped like Gary Coleman made out of Jello. Oh, and once again, the ultimate debunk would have been like a 1 to 10 minute video motion picture hobo shot of Ison. Comets always seem to bring them out of the woodwork. When was the last time you knew someone in the woodwork? That sounds like a coffin. So you're starting a sciencey debunk article with a cryptic, outdated saying that sounds like zombies are coming out of the woodwork. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. The phrase, bring them out of the woodwork, is an old phrase that means insects come out of the infested structure that has been disturbed. Okay, alright, so you're either comparing people who disagree with you to insects or zombies. You're off to a really good start here, buddy. That is your first sentence. There's a scene from the 1998 movie Deep Impact where the president, played by Morgan Freeman, reveals the terrible truth. The U.S. government has known for over a year that a doomsday comet is headed straight towards Earth, with Hollywood CGI destruction soon to follow. So your next step is referencing a giant asteroid movie from 1998 where a black president has been misleading America about the truth. Implausible. Doomsday comet headed straight towards Earth. I haven't seen a single conspiracy theory that says Ison is going to hit Earth. I mean, I don't really know of anybody who's saying Comet Ison's going to hit Earth. Know that. You gotta be nuts. But why start out debunking the kookiest of kooks? Talking to 5 people here, buddy. Step up your game if you can. While dramatic, the scenario is also extremely implausible. On any given evening, amateur astronomers are sweeping the skies using telescopes mounted in backyard observatories that are the envy of many major universities. This effort to discover comets is collaborative and worldwide. If the big one were headed our way, even the likes of Morgan Freeman couldn't keep it secret. Okay. Amateur astronomers are the last wall of defense? Well, I guess that goes back to NASA telling us to pray. It's all making a little sense. The astronomers would see it vibe doesn't work 100% either. How many amateur astronomers have infrared telescopes? Are there such thing as dark matter planets? I recognize that that's stretching what we know a bit, but it is something to ask. Are there such a thing as dark matter planets? And if there are, then we get into the unknown unknowns. And no one guarantee anything about unknown unknowns. Or what if it truly is covered by a heaping load of space sludge and dust, debris? I mean, aren't some materials not as reflective as others? And the likes of Morgan Freeman? What does that even mean, dude? And yeah, so like your whole thing of Obama couldn't keep it a secret because little Johnny has a telescope. Isn't Planet X supposed to be surrounded by an ungodly amount of dust and debris? Ison wasn't brightening as expected. If it came from outside the Oort cloud, maybe it's covered in cosmic dust. Maybe it's covered in cosmic sludge. Trouble is, many unfounded claims are already making their way around the internet about this year's much anticipated comet of the century, c2012 S1 Ison. The foundation of the internet is porn and unfounded claims. Many of these conspiracy theories seem to be a recycling of last year's Nibiru nonsense. The train of thought runs something like this. Does NASA know something they're not telling us? Why are they so interested in this comet? We've even had folks ask us why certain patches of Google Earth are blacked out. Recycling of Nibiru nonsense. Me and Mr. Dickinson are 100% in agreement that Nibiru is nonsense. But would you admit the greatest way to put a pin in the balloon of all conspiracy theories is to show us the comet in action? You should be on this bandwagon, sir. A 1-minute video would be fine. Then we can see it's a normal comet. That's going to be the comet of the century. A normal comet that's going to be the comet of the century. Does NASA know something they're not telling us? Man, this is your worst line yet. Of course NASA knows stuff they're not telling us. The Securities Exchange Commission knows stuff they're not telling us. McDonald's knows stuff they're not telling us. Your local police department knows stuff they're not telling us. NASA tells us the exact amount the .gov allows them to. So why are they interested in this comet? Dumb question. Better question, why you no put camera on it? If average, why so special? Why are patches of Google Sky blacked out? Google notorious for zero customer service, so it's no surprise they haven't fixed something millions of people have complained about and noticed. Good to have a monopoly, or Googopoly. What are they hiding, man? Alright, Shaggy. What are they hiding, man? Okay, Shaggy. Alright, Shaggy. Hey, you need to do a little more hotboxing in the mystery van. If you're such a G-man, you believe that NASA tells us 100% of the stuff 100% of the time. Just kidding. What are they hiding? Your head up their butt, it sounds like. Just kidding. Come on. They don't tell us 100% stuff 100% of the time. It's funny how pseudoscience seems to bubble to the top on YouTube. But I won't give these conspiracy videos the exposure of the Universe Today platform with hundreds of thousands of hits. They certainly don't seem to need it. A simple YouTube search of Ison will scare up many wacky ideas about the comet. Pseudoscience, are you familiar with media? Sensationalism sells. Have you ever seen Citizen Kane? Not much has changed. You sound extremely naive, sir. Or like a political man. Hundreds of thousands of hits? You are a politician. Distorting the truth? Pumping the numbers. A simple search will tell you that, like I said before, Ison is really not that popular. It's nowhere near as popular as Nibiru, and the story's only been out for 7 months, so it hasn't really grown that big. I believe only 2 major networks or minor networks even carried it. Yeah, and if you do a simple search on YouTube, front page, you'll get 2 of mine. My videos, which are some of the finest on the internet about Comet Ison. And yeah, my wacky idea of putting a camera on it is wacky, bro. To me, it's interesting enough because it could be the comet of the century. It's interesting enough to be comet of the century, not interesting enough to video. WTF, bro. WTF, bro, man, bro. Dude, man. Dude, bro. Dude, bro, dude, man. In any event, fielding questions to friends and public, how about Thor? Why won't y'all stack photos? Why not, man? What are some conspiracy theories out there about Comet Ison? The star/comet the Bible talks about that turns all the waters bitter. If you were a doomed salesman, the wormwood dusting turning the waters bitter seems to be the #1 doom product to sell. People say Ison is a harbinger of Christ. People have said Ison has a lot of companions. People have said Ison's a spacecraft. Nostradamus is going on and on and on. Nostradamus wouldn't shut up about the comet. People have said Ison's going to cause big coronal mass ejections. People have said Ison is the star of Bethlehem returned. NASA's even said it's going to be 15 times brighter than the moon. There are a lot of conspiracies. But because I went too crazy, I went off the rails and lost track of time, this video has gone on far too long. So I'm going to have to split it up. And we are going to cover all the really good conspiracies. We're going to get into wormwood and the Bible and everything the Bible says. Fire raining from the heavens, stars falling from earth, a mountain plunging into the sea from the sky. We're gonna do that next time. But I thank you for watching. I don't know if you stayed this long because this thing got off the rails. This thing went a little crazy. I don't know. I wanted to organize it better, but I did not. Okay, anyway, I appreciate you sticking around. Glad you watched. God bless everybody. Ison is gonna be good for everybody. Okay, great. Later. Wow, I'm gonna be up to part 7 already. That is crazy. Can you please just put a motion picture camera on it? Damn it.